Well, another day with the smoke and haze from the eastern Canada wildfires drifting into the area. Of course, with low pressure to our northeast and high pressure to our northwest, that's pushed some of that into the area. It's going to be quiet, but the haze and smoke lingering for the day on Wednesday before it scours out. Big story down the road is going to be the heat and the humidity factored in. Heat indices could be near or above 100 by Friday, and I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see our first heat advisory of the summer for at least parts of the area. It's going to be a little stormy and unsettled as we kick off the month of July. Even before that, got a few isolated showers out into eastern Kentucky. We're on the southwestern edge of the departing low that is over the eastern Great Lakes. Storm reports continue to trickle in. Of course, the main area of concern and most of the damage occurring in Richmond, which yesterday they determined was a macro burst, essentially straight line wind damage that's over 100 miles per hour and covers a wider area, more than about 2.5 miles. I'll break that down for you and show you that graphically coming up in Maine weather at 6 o'clock. Our Bluegrass Pace Care Skyview HD Camera Network, Richmond AKU 79. We've had a bit of a breeze at least out there and felt fairly comfortable, all things considered, with below average temperatures for late June. Mid to upper 70s out to the east, upper 70s to around 80, and our dew points low to mid 60s this time of the year. That's not bad at all. Notice the deeper orange here indicating that some of that smoke and haze will be hanging around. I think later in the afternoon tomorrow we get, the better off we'll be, and then it really scours out rolling into Thursday morning. May just sneak into the lower end of the unhealthy range for a period of time into tomorrow afternoon, especially Lexington westward over toward Louisville. But other than that, we will improve things late week. As far as surface right now, we've got that frontal boundary still checked up down to our south area of low pressure departing, and that's going to allow high pressure to build in, setting us up for probably our nicest day for a while, given the fact we're not going to see any rain. We're going to start out around the 60-degree mark, and then we'll top temperatures out tomorrow into the mid-80s, this despite some of that smoke and haze hanging around. So the high pressure is going to give way, and that's going to open the door for that bubble of heat that's been sitting over the southern plain to edge closer. And with that type of setup, notice 90, a few isolated storms, but it's really Thursday night into Friday with this type of setup, and get a complex of thunderstorms rolling in here with heavy rain, even the potential of some damaging winds, and there'll be so much heat and humidity around. We should see a bit more on Friday, and that'll be the day that we could see those heat indices 100 or greater. This is a setup. I mentioned that bubble of heat. It's going to drift eastward a bit. We call this the ring of fire around that area of high pressure. So storms develop on the north side of it. They can't drop to the south, kind of burst the bubble, so they have to ride the ridge and go around it. And typically these things are strong, and we generally see that this time of the year. Plenty of available moisture. I mean, check out our muggy meter all the way up into the very humid to oppressive range, and we're going to have some storm energy around a little bit on Thursday. But as we get into later on Friday, that's when we'll see the peak of it, and that may help to fuel some additional storms, and some of those may be strong then because of such heat and moisture in place. In the short term, meaning as early as Thursday night, favorite area with that thunderstorm complex for any kind of organized severe weather off to our northwest. But you see the level 1, Lexington north and west. Again, damaging winds, heavy rain, and some hail possible with that. Hazy skies, quiet tonight, 61. Coming up tomorrow, pretty good day. Hazy sun, a little warmer, not a lot of wind, 85 in the extended forecast here. Not a wash by any stretch, but as we kick off July and a longer holiday weekend for some, we will back temperatures off because a cold front's going to move through here late Saturday into Sunday, and then a lot of the data indicating the overall chances may be a little less for Independence Day a week from today, just isolated with afternoon highs into the upper 80s.